Hello students, I'm back with a new chapter, Magnetism and Matter, which is continuation of the previous chapter, Moving Charges and Magnetism. First of all, thank you all for your kind cooperation for the previous chapter. I hope you continue the same throughout the year. So Magnetism and Matter is a small chapter, and of course you know our CBSE board reduced to some topics. So in this topic, CBSE board reduced some uh, important topics such as magnetic materials and diamagnet, paramagnet and ferromagnet. So these kinds of magnetic materials topic is excluded from this chapter. So we start with the chapter. The first topic is bar magnet. This topic have full of theories, okay, very less derivations. So the first one is bar magnet. Bar magnet is in the shape of a chocolate. So we can say a rectangle shape. So this is bar magnet. As we know already, a magnet have two poles, north pole and south pole. Okay. So this is bar magnet which is syntheticated through various process. Okay. Or a magnet which is in the shape of circle, or rectangle, square are also known as bar magnet. Okay. It have two poles as we know, north pole and south pole. So in this two pole, the bar magnet produce some magnetic field lines. We are very familiar with the field lines, right? So this chapter is the replica which has lot of resemblance of first chapter, electrostatics. Okay, so the same topic we will study again and again. So this bar magnet produce some magnetic field lines, and magnetic field lines always starts from north pole and end with south pole. Very important point. Okay, so it starts from north pole and end with south pole. Clear? So we will see it in magnetic field lines. So we can say the magnetic field lines are the imaginary lines which drawn in the region of space along with a magnet to denote the magnetic field. So this is our magnet. Okay, so we draw some lines to denote the magnetic field. So this magnetic field around this region. Okay, field means if any other magnetic charge particle or any other magnetic materials enter into this region, which may be attracted by the magnet or may be repelled by the magnet, that region, that space is known as magnetic field. Okay, so these imaginary lines are known as magnetic field lines, right? So we have some properties of magnetic field lines. You just compare these properties with the properties of electric field lines. In properties of electric field lines, we studied that electric field lines always starts with positive charge and end with negative charge, right? So here we study magnetic field lines starts with north pole and end with south pole. So this is the first property. Magnetic field lines always start with north pole and end with south pole. Okay, so it start with north pole and end with south pole. Clear? And one more important property, that is the magnetic field lines inside the magnet always start from south pole and end at north pole. Okay, so we can say magnetic field lines start with N pole, north pole, and end with south pole in case of outside the magnet. So we can say it like that, north to south outside the magnet. Okay, so this is for outside the magnet, and the south to north inside the magnet. Okay, south to north inside the magnet. So we can say it like this. You watch it closely. This magnetic field lines starts from north to south outside the magnet. Okay, So if you join these two lines, or if you join these magnetic field lines, it end up like this, right? So inside the magnet, see, it goes like this in clockwise direction, and again it comes from south to north. Okay, so inside the magnet, the magnetic field lines starts from south to north. Clear? If you take this one, it starts outside from north and end with south outside. Inside it goes like this. Okay, so inside it starts from south, end at north. Clear? So we can say magnetic field lines always forms closed loop. So it forms closed loop. Okay, so why we say it as closed loop? Because it forms a complete circle, right? So it forms a closed loop, and outside the magnetic field line starts from north to south. So here north pole behave as a positive charge, south pole behave as a negative charge, right? Inside the magnetic field lines start with south pole, end with north pole. Clear? So if we take electric field lines, we have positive charge and negative charge. So what will happen? Electric field line starts with positive charge, end with negative charge, right? So we have field lines like this. So similarly, magnetic field lines start with north, end with south outside. Inside, it start with south, end with north. So this magnetic field lines always forms a closed loop. But if you take electric field lines, it did not forms closed loop, right? Because it starts here and end here. It never again start here and end here. Okay, so it never start with negative charge. It always start with positive charge, always end with negative charge. Okay, so these electric field lines never forms a closed loop. There is one important reason behind this, that is mono charge does exist. We can draw one single charge. Okay, it is exist. We can draw one single charge, which means electric field line starts here, where it end at infinity. Okay, it end at somewhere where the negative charges exist, it end with that negative charge. Okay, so mono charge does exist, but in case of magnet, we can never see a monopole magnet. Magnet is always with a dipole. Okay, magnet is always with a dipole. If you cut a magnet, then what will happen? That magnet itself create a pole. Okay, if I cut this magnet, then what will happen? This n poles and s pole separated, right? So this n pole create a s pole here, south pole here. This south pole itself created a n pole here, right? It's like a fragmentation of earthworm, which you study in biology. So how many times you cut, it will live again and it will starts to move again. So like that, how many times you cut a magnet, it will create a pole on itself. Clear? Why? Because monopole does not exist. The magnetic field lines always forms a closed loop. In order to form a closed loop, every magnet should have two poles. Clear? So important thing is monopole does not exist. Next property, the tangent at any point on the magnetic field lines gives the direction of net magnetic field at that point. Okay, if you draw a tangent in this diagram, if you draw a tangent, for example, if you draw a tangent like this, then it gives the direction of magnetic field, net magnetic field at this point. If I take this point, then I draw a tangent which gives the direction of net magnetic field. Next property, closer field lines. Closer field lines, stronger field. Okay, all these property which we studied in electrostatics. So closer field lines, stronger field. For example, we have magnetic field lines like this. Okay, consider a 2 point X, Y. So what will be the magnetic field strength at point X compare with point Y. So we can compare it like this. The magnetic field lines or magnetic field at point X greater than magnetic field at point Y. Why? Because here the field lines are closer with each other. So here the magnetic field strength is high, right? Here field lines are farther with each other, so magnetic field strength is low. So we can say the point X experience more magnetic force than the point Y. And the next one, two magnetic field lines never intersect each other. Why? Because at the point of intersection, there will be two tangent which shows the two direction of magnetic field, which is impossible. We know the reason already, right? So magnetic field lines never intersect with each other. If it intersect, okay, this is magnetic field lines. If I take these are intersect, then at the point of intersection, I got a two tangent, right? One tangent in this direction, another tangent in this direction. So a single point can never have two magnetic field line direction, right? It never have two magnetic field direction. It either goes this way or this way. It cannot goes in both way. Like a person walk in both way, which is not possible at a time. So magnetic field lines never intersect with each other, and you write the reason yourself, because at the point of intersection we draw a tangent which gives two direction, which is not possible. Next point is pole strength. In this magnet, we have north pole and south pole. This north pole have some pole strength which is denoted as M, and the south pole have some pole strength which is also denoted as M. Okay, or we can say QM, right? Magnetic charge, pole strength of magnetic charge, or we can say MN, pole strength of north pole, and the MS, pole strength of south pole. Okay, so this pole strength depends on number of field lines. If number of field lines more, then pole strength also more. So number of field lines is directly proportional to pole strength. Just now we study a property. If field lines are closer, then it have more strength. If field lines are more, number of field lines more, then it have more pole strength. So we can say pole strength is directly proportional to number of magnetic field lines. Next one, straight, parallel, equidistant. So these kinds of field lines are known as uniform magnetic field lines. Okay, uniform magnetic field lines. So which are straight and equidistant. Distance between two field lines are same, right, and parallel with each other. So these kinds of field lines are known as uniform magnetic field lines, right? If we take any point inside the uniform magnetic field lines, for example, I take X here, Y and Z. So what is the comparison of magnetic field on these 3 points? We can simply say magnetic field or magnetic field strength at X equal to Y equal to Z. Why? Because these field lines are uniform field lines. So inside the uniform field lines, if you consider any point, the magnetic field or magnetic field strength is equal at all the points inside the uniform magnetic field lines. Next topic, diagrams of magnetic field lines. We will draw certain diagrams which shows the magnetic field lines, direction of magnetic field lines. Okay, so first we consider a straight conductor. So this is our straight conductor. and current is flowing from down to up, or we can say south to north, whatever. Okay, so current is flowing in the straight conductor. So whenever current flowing through a open wire, it produces magnetic field according to Oersted experiment. Okay, so it produced magnetic field one. And what is the direction of magnetic field? How to find the direction? By using right hand thumb rule. Thumb finger in the direction of thumb finger in the direction of current, and four curled fingers shows the direction of magnetic field. Okay, you try it yourself. This is our conductor. Okay, thumb finger in the direction of current, four curled fingers is in the direction of anti-clockwise, right? It shows the direction of magnetic field. So here the magnetic field lines will form like this. Right, in anti-clockwise direction. Clear? If current is flowing downwards, then it forms like this in clockwise direction. Okay, it forms clockwise direction. Clear? So this is for straight current carrying conductor, which we already studied in our previous chapter, moving charges and magnetism, and we studied the structure also, diagrams, magnetic field lines, everything. Just to be some examples. The next one is the straight current carrying conductor, but here we shows the cross section area. Okay, I show this area only. Okay, this is our conductor. It's very shady. Okay, so this area only, and current is flowing downwards. Okay, so in the tip the current is flowing downwards in the conductor. So I can say current is flowing downwards, so I put cross here. Okay, so how to find the magnetic field lines here? How to draw magnetic field lines? By using same right hand thumb rule. You try it yourself. Okay, thumb finger in the direction of current, and my four curled fingers shows the direction of magnetic field. Okay, you try it yourself. Thumb finger in the direction of current, four curled fingers shows the direction of magnetic field. Okay, so if I take a point here, you try it yourself. Just imagine you can able to find it. If I take a point here, then at this point my direction of magnetic field is like this. Right, you try it yourself, you will find it. If I take another point here, then direction will be like this. If you take a point downwards, and it will shows like this. Right, so this is the direction of magnetic field at these correspondent points. If you take any point, then it will form a complete circle. You try it yourself. Okay, it forms a complete circle. If you take any point, if you take a point here, 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 okay, it forms a circle. Clear? So this is the direction of magnetic field. If you draw a tangent on the curve of the magnetic field lines or magnetic field, you will get the direction of magnetic field at that particular point. Next one is current carrying loop. We know a current carrying loop. Okay, this is our current carrying loop. We already studied this equation. Current carrying loop behave as a magnet, right? We studied one separate topic. So this current carrying loop, when current is flowing through this loop, for example, current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction, then this loop will behave as a magnet. So which is, if it is a magnet, then it should have two poles. Then which is south pole, which is north pole? How to find it? I said you one easy method to find the pole. If current is flowing in clockwise direction, okay, current is flowing in clockwise direction, then the top pole is known as south and the bottom pole will be north. Or if current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction, okay, anti-clockwise direction, so this is anti-clockwise direction, then the top pole known as north pole and bottom pole known as south pole. So here current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction, right? So current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction. If current flowing anti-clockwise direction, the top pole known as north pole, bottom pole known as south pole. Okay, we have a circular loop. Okay, just imagine a circular loop. So inside the loop, what is the direction of magnetic field lines? As I said already, outside it start with north pole, end with south pole. Okay, Inside it start with south pole, end with north pole. Clear? So inside this loop, we have magnetic field lines in this direction. Okay, starts from south, end with north. Okay, so it start here and goes like that inside the loop. Okay, at the edge we have magnetic field lines. Current is flowing like this. Then using right hand thumb rule, at the edge we have magnetic field lines like this. Okay, so here magnetic field lines forms like this. Okay, at the edge my four curl fingers going inwards. Okay, it forms a circle like this, a circle like this. Okay, so it forms a circle. At the edge we have magnetic field lines like this. Okay, so here also current is flowing in this direction. Okay, so at the edge magnetic field lines like this. So here we get magnetic field lines like this. Okay, so when the distance increase, the magnetic field lines become straight at the center. Clear? The next one is magnetic dipole. Magnetic dipole. So what is meant by electric dipole? Electric dipole means two charges which has same magnitude opposite in direction separated by a small distance 2a. That is electric dipole, right? Here also magnetic dipole, we have a magnet of two poles. Okay, so it start with south, end with north. Why? We know electric dipole start with negative charge, end with positive charge. So here north pole behave as a positive charge, south pole behave as a negative charge. Okay, which resembles the negative charge. So here magnetic dipole also start with south pole, end with north pole. Clear? So it have magnetic pole strength M, right? It's separated by a small distance 2L. Here we take L, there we take A. Okay, whatever we can take. So here we take L. So these two charges or these two magnetic poles separated by a small distance 2L forms a magnetic dipole. Okay, so it start with negative charge. So here negative charge behave as a south and positive charge behave as a north. So magnetic dipole start with south pole, end with north pole. Next topic is analog between electric dipole and magnetic dipole. So what is the comparison between these two? Since it have common properties, so it have lot of common things. The first one is electric field due to positive charge. Electric field due to positive charge. Here we have a positive charge, okay, which produce a electric field, and consider a point where what we have to calculate the electric field amount. So what is the formula for electric field at this point? E equal to KQ by R square. Can you remember this formula? We studied it once upon a time, right? So what is the value of K here? K equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. This is the value of K, right? So if it's at a positive charge, then the electric field move away. Negative charge towards the charge. So negative charge towards positive charge in the direction of electric field is away, right? So similarly, in case of magnetic field, so magnetic field due to monopole, but monopole doesn't exist. As we know already, monopole doesn't exist. For example, we consider a monopole, then we have to calculate the magnetic field which is produced by that monopole. So consider a pole of strength M, okay, consider a distance R or a point a point at a distance r. Okay, a point at a distance r. So at this point P, the magnetic field value will be equal to B equal to Km divided by r square, which is very similar to Kq by r square. Okay, here Q means charge, M means magnetic charge. Clear? So what is the value of K here? K equal to mu naught by 4 pi, right? So if it is north pole, which means positive charge, if it is north pole, then the direction of magnetic field move away. South pole move towards. The next one is electric dipole moment. What's the formula for electric dipole moment? Can you remember? Electric dipole moment start with negative charge, end with positive charge, separated by 2a. So what is the formula for electric dipole moment? P equal to Q into 2a. Right, this is the formula for electric dipole moment. Whereas magnetic dipole moment, very similar. Magnetic dipole moment, which start with south pole, end with north pole, separated by a small distance 2l, and the formula will be capital M into 2l. Here M means magnetic charge. Okay, the direction will be here from negative charge to positive charge, here south pole to north pole, direction of magnetic dipole moment. Then the third one, electric field due to dipole. Here we study two cases. First one is consider a charge or consider a electric dipole. Okay, negative charge, positive charge. Okay, center point is O, and consider a point on the axial. Consider a point P on the axial at a distance of r from the center. Okay, axial line. So what is the electric field at this axial line? Then similarly we can find the bisector value, that is equatorial plane. So consider a point P here at a distance of r in equatorial plane. So here we get two equations. First one is E axial. What is the formula for E axial? Can you remember? 2kp divided by r square or r cube? R cube. This is the formula for electric field due to axial line. Then what is electric field due to equatorial plane? E equatorial equal to kp divided by r cube. Okay, axial is twice time, equatorial is kp divided by r cube. Clear? So similarly, magnetic field due to dipole, magnetic field due to dipole, so which gives the value, consider a magnetic dipole starts from south, ends with north. Consider a point on the axial and bisector. Okay, at a distance of r. So at this point, B axial, which we already solved, current loop behaves a magnetic dipole. In that equation we found K 2km divided by r cube. Very similar. Here 2kp, here 2k capital M. Capital M is the magnetic dipole moment. So 2km divided by r cube. Here what is K? K is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here K is mu naught by 4 pi. Clear? Then B equatorial Here we study Kp by R cube. Here Km by R cube. Okay, both have same structure, right? The next one, electric dipole in uniform electric field. We solved this equation. Okay, consider a uniform electric field. In this uniform electric field, we have a dipole. Can you remember this diagram? Okay, here we have a dipole of negative charge and positive charge, center point O, distance of 2a. So what is the value of torque which acts on the dipole? So when dipole is placed in a uniform electric field, it starts to rotate, right? It experiences a torque. So what is the value of torque? Can you remember the equation? Tau equal to P cross E, right? This is the formula for torque. Or we can write tau equal to PE sin theta. Clear? Then what's the potential energy? For the same equation, we solve the potential energy. Potential energy is P dot E. To remove the dot product, we add PE cos theta. Similarly, in magnetic dipole in uniform magnetic field. So here we have a magnetic dipole. Consider a uniform magnetic field. Here we have a magnetic dipole, which we solved in this chapter, moving charges and magnetism. So south pole and north pole separated by a distance L. So what is the formula here? We got tau equal to M cross B. Okay, can you remember this equation? Last chapter we solved tau equal to M cross B, right? Where M equal to NIA. Clear? And potential energy potential energy is M dot B, right? M dot B. Here we can write MB sin theta. Here we get MB cos theta. So this is the comparison between electric dipole and magnetic dipole.